GPS is a fantastic acronym to really capture the essence of competitor analysis. What you're asking yourself is, how are the different competitors doing on growth, profitability, and size, GPS, okay? And the reason we care about these three big measures is, can you see that if you as a company have all three, if you're big, growing, and profitable, business is pretty good. Flip them around. Imagine that you're a small business, not growing, and unprofitable. Ooh, that is a bit scary, okay? So there's a lot more richness that we can go into, but let's look at these three for the moment. And if I were to ask you one, which of these three matters most? It depends in which line of work you're working, but from experience working with sort of senior executives, middle managers in non-digital businesses, there's a really big obsession with size, actually also a bit with digital businesses. And what I'd like to show you is here, we can play a very simple game to work out which of these three really matters most. Here is the game. Imagine that instead of having all three, growth, size, profitability, I'm going to remove one of the, we're going to do three variants where we remove one of the three. So let's start with, imagine that you're a business that is big, profitable, but not growing. Okay? What's the burning platform? What do you need to do now? So you're big, you're profitable, but you're not growing. So the burning platform is find some growth. You can do that either through M&A, you're profitable, you're big, you probably have a nice war chest, or you can try and grow organically using discounts or grab market share to, it's not so much you're trying to grab market share for the sake of size, you're quite big, but to create a bit of a growth. Okay, so you have some actions to take. Now let's take a second scenario where we're going to give you size and growth, but not profitability. So let's pretend you're a big company, you're growing, but you're not profitable. What should you do next? Yes, indeed. So you're big and you're growing, but you're not profitable. One possibility is put some efficiency drive, look at your internal process and try and bake some profitability into what you're achieving, because you're big and growing, that's pretty good. Another one might be slow down. Don't chase that growth that much and trying to arrive at a point of profitability and then accelerate again. Okay? So there was a burning platform with a number of possible solutions. Now imagine the third combination where you're growing, you're profitable, but you're not big. What's your burning platform? You're growing, you're profitable, but you're not big. Yeah. Can you see that? Oh, it's not really burning. We're profitable, we're growing. Who cares that we're not big? We'll get big. If we're profitable and growing, we'll get there. And if not, we're attractive because we're profitable and growing, so someone might buy us out. You know? So can you see that? Growth and profitability is the best pair, because growth, and if you have only to pick two, growth and profitability is better than size and profitability or size and growth, because there's no burning platform. That's an interesting insight, isn't it? Now let's play the game one step further. Imagine that we remove two out of the three. You only get one. Okay? So imagine that you're just given profitable, but you're not growing and you're not big. So you're small, non-growing, profitable business. What do you do next? Now, can you see that for many people might refer to that as a lifestyle business, because you've got profitability, you're small, and you're not growing. If you're happy with that, it's a lifestyle business, keep with it. If you're not, now let's do another variant. Let's pretend I give you size, but no profitability, no growth. I know, it's a bit harsh, but you're big, you're unprofitable, and you're not growing. What do you do next? They're a budding platform. Yeah, probably, at some point you have to break up or die. You're not growing, you're not profitable, you're just big, you're just too big, and you have to either divest to sort of reach a slightly more profitable base, or you're going to die. And now let's do the final one. I'm going to give you growth, but no size, no profitability. So you're growing, but you're unprofitable, and you're not big yet. What do you do next? Wait or keep on growing. You're growing, you're not profitable at the moment, you're not big, well, the first thing I would suggest to you is don't worry so much about size. Try and reach some element of profitability, or at least some element of break even. Even if you're a digital business, even though here the break even might include sort of money brought from investors, not just from customers, and then size will follow. Okay, so when you stop for a second, one of the things you might notice is in the few minutes that we've discussed here, we've arrived at what is the most important of these three? What is the one where if you have that, the burning platform is a lot less? And yes, it's growth. And if you had to pick a second one that's the most all-around useful, it's probably profitability. And the third one is size, which is why this stuff is called GPS. Yeah, growth, profitability, size is the order in which the three big metrics actually matter. And I'd love to hear your view on that, but my experience talking to lots of people, when we don't go through that exercise and ask them to pick, they tend to pick in the reverse order. They tend to pick size, then profitability, then growth. Now, it may be an offline preference, but even in the online, I see a lot of people kind of preferring to join Google than the next startup. So size seems to matter for them. But yeah, when you have size, profitability, and growth in the Google case. And so what we've done here with GPS is we've identified the three big dimensions. We've probably, hopefully, I've helped you rethink the order in which they should feature. And what we'll see is the essence of competitor analysis is doing lots of charts that compare two of these axes. So we're going to look at, profitability and size, profitability and growth, size and growth, etc., etc. Let's have a look at these now.